And these are some of the common mistakes that students make within a portfolio. They include too much of the same type of work. They include only finished pieces and no workings, and that's really important. And when I say copying other people's work, very often they might be influenced by a designer or artist, and they take on too much of the characteristics of that work rather than developing their own individuality. No annotations are badly organized, particularly within a digital portfolio. It's really useful to actually have some text to describe some of the projects that you've done so that the admissions tutor can get an idea of your thinking behind those projects. And organization is really important. It's really important that it's clearly structured and organized so that the admissions tutor can work through that portfolio in a really easy way. And this bullet point may sound a bit odd, being focused on aesthetic and not content, but as we know, you can do very clever things with PowerPoint and you can zoom images in, but we really want to see something that's really straightforward, really easy to read, and has actually got really strong content. And the final bullet point is I very often interview students from the same institution, and I don't want the portfolio to be formulaic. I don't want it to be the same. I don't want every student's portfolio to be quite different. So we don't want the portfolio to be boring or formulaic. We want it to be individual. We want it to sort of really reflect who you are creatively. I've got a short video here just that shows you some examples of portfolios.
Wallace, I'm not sure the sound is playing, sorry.
Okay, don't worry, I'll talk through it because the sound doesn't seem to be working.
I will send a link to the web page that has this video on it now.
I can talk through it though.
Cheers.
So these are just students talking about their portfolio and actually showing their different approaches to portfolio. And as you will see, every portfolio is quite different, every student. Again, that development is important. So you really want to show that development work. And as you can see, the sketchbooks there really demonstrate that development work. It's really important to annotate. So you can make that simple statement within the portfolio that describes the work. And that again is something that's very important so that we can see the media that you may have actually used within that portfolio. Showing things that don't particularly work out or are not perfect is a really important part of the portfolio process. So failures are actually a really important part. Obviously, the structure of the portfolio is important. So it should read like a story. It should be clear and concise so that you can demonstrate the work that you've done. Most students will present the portfolio chronologically, but that's not necessarily depending on you. The wow factor is important, that you show some key pieces that really show the best of your work and really show your creativity at its best. Inspiration, as I've said, is important. So that context from other artists and designers are very important within the portfolio. You will have extracurricular activity that may relate to art and design. So you can include that within the portfolio if you do extracurricular work. And digital is really important. You know, most students will actually submit their portfolio digitally. So it's very important that you can actually structure and organize that in a really clear and concise way so that students can demonstrate that. Ask other people about your portfolio, ask your friends, ask your teachers, get an opinion on the portfolio from other people, because that really helps you develop that. And be yourself. Being unique is very important, and we really want to see that. So we are looking for you. We're looking for the way that you think and the way that you develop ideas, and getting across your ideas is incredibly important. So that just gives you an idea for what we look for in a portfolio. So very much your future in the creative industries opportunity is huge. There's many opportunities for students within the creative industries. And I said at the beginning of the presentation, many jobs are being created on an ongoing basis through the application of new technology. And as Dave indicated, we're developing a new building for our design and digital art students that will be very much focusing on that new and developing technology.